Sumud or perseverance is not just a word to us as Palestinians. It's a way of living. We experienced it all our lives. And I remember, I come from a village near Bethlehem, which is Bet Sahur. I remember watching my grandfather and my grandmother caring for the home, looking after our garden of olive trees. So Sumud means staying there, living in the Holy Land where they have chosen. They have chosen to live in Bet Sahur, in the shepherd's field. Our home is situated. And they built it from the 19th century. We have the extended family. The word means it is a kind of identity to us. It expresses our existence and our roots in this part of the world. For all our lives, they looked after their children and grandchildren with love and care and looked for the future. They wanted a peaceful future. They wanted to live happily in this part of the world. And they loved it. They never encouraged us to go out or immigrate. They encouraged us to get married and have children and build our own new home, which we did. After I finished my education in the University of Jordan in 1970, I came back and knew a cousin of mine, and we planned to get married. All the family supported us. You feel that you are supported by the whole family to build a life here. We got married in 1972. And of course we didn't have a home, we rented a small apartment, but my father and father-in-law supported us, gave us a little bit of money, because most people in Bet Sahur hope that one day they own their own home, own apartment, not to pay a monthly payment, which affects our income. Anyway, because we were both teachers and our income was low, we couldn't build our own home. Only we need the help from our parents. Anyway, they supported us and we built a home of ours, in spite of all the difficulties. We experienced in this part of the world many difficulties. I remember 1973 when the war, after the 7-day war, the war broke out between Israel and Egypt, and Egypt restored the Suez Canal and later the Sinai after the Camp David agreement. The lira of the Israelis lost its value, and we were paying in Israeli lira according to our salary. The contractor who built the house wanted Jordanian dinars. Every time we had problems in paying, everything get more expensive. My husband thought of immigrating to the USA to go and work with his brother, who kept on calling him, making phone calls every now and then, every week, every 2 days, come and work in the store with me. Now I was with child, with our first baby. It was very difficult for me to think of leaving my home, the new home that we built together, step by step. And we were still paying monthly installments. On the other hand, I had my other family, my mother, my father, my 4 sisters and brothers, and 3 brothers. It was very difficult for me to go to the United States and start all over again from point zero. Why I am related to this part of the world, why I am related to this home, this is a feeling you experience, but you don't know how to explain. I know that people in other parts of the world leave a district and go to live in another district or in another state, choosing the beautiest part or the best part of the world. But to us, Beit Sahur means home, means love, means security, means our existence. So the challenge was when his brother came here to take him there. When I asked him how we could start, he said, you could live in a small room with your child, and he will work with me, and you will begin step by step. I told him, really, I am sorry. He can go and try. But anyway, they disagreed, and this idea of immigration, we forgot all about it. We are connected to Palestine, to the Holy Land. Another thing I want to talk about is the experience that I had when I was a teacher. I worked as a teacher for many years, for 25 years, and during the 1987 till 1985, you remember we had the first Intifada. And during that Intifada, we experienced with the girls, we tried to let the girls stay in the classrooms and study, and not to go out every now and then to take part in demonstrations. Because young men used to come to the school and ask them to go out, and the Israeli soldiers came and clashes started. We had all kind of difficulties. We experienced tear gas, we experienced being hit by sticks from the soldiers when we tried to let the girls not move out, not go out. You know, we have challenges. And this kind of life, when you have tear gas, when I was pregnant, it was really a difficult time for me when one day I was trapped in a classroom and the can of tear gas came inside and filled all over the place with smoke. This made my husband say, you see, you didn't want to move. Look what our life is. You could have lost the baby. You could have lost the son I was expecting. But luckily, I didn't lose my son. I fainted a little bit, but I was in my 8th month, and there was a tap of water nearby, which I put on my face. I splashed water all over my face when hit by this tear gas, and he was saved. You see, in this part of the world, we face many difficulties, but one has to stick to his faith, to his hope for the future, and feel that there must be some solution for this struggle. This kind of, the violence should stop, and we have to stick to other ways of non-violent activities, and be optimistic all the time, and think that the leaders of the world should think of the Palestinian people as people who deserve to live, to have a better future for their children, to educate them, to look after them, to have good opportunities in the world, which they lack right now, really.